Hey, what's up, fellas? How you doing? Man, Antonelli here.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? How we doing? Matt Antonelli here. So I've gotten a lot of questions lately from people asking me if I think Major League Baseball will happen this year, and if it does, what will it look like? Will it be played in stadiums with no fans? Will they get back to having fans in the stadium and get back to baseball as normal? Obviously, I don't have a crystal ball, and a lot of it's going to depend on what happens moving forward with this virus. But President Donald Trump did speak with all of the leaders of the major sports. I'll give you a list here. It happened a couple of days ago. So he spoke with leaders from the NFL, the NBA, the NHL, the MLB, the WNBA, Major League Soccer, the WWE, drop a leg drop, the PGA, the LPGA, the UFC, NASCAR, IndyCar, and Breeders' Cup. Okay, so hit every sport, and I know a lot of people think wrestling is a sport, so I'm not going to say it's not, okay? So the president talked to all of the leaders of these sports, and here's what he said. He said that he hopes professional sports begin playing games very soon. He said that he's not committing to having those games played in stadiums with fans late in the summer. So he was asked a bunch of times, when will fans be able to get back in the stadium? Will it happen late in the summer? And he said that although he hopes it happens soon, he doesn't want to commit to a date. Obviously, there's a lot of uncertainty going on here, and nobody really knows what's going to happen. Only time will kind of tell. So I don't think he wants to give anyone any false hope that, we're definitely going to get into stadiums and be watching baseball games or any professional sport anytime soon if we're not 100% sure just yet. So here's another quote from the president. He said, "These are all great leaders of sport, and they want to get back. They've got to get back. They can't do this. Their sports weren't designed for it. The whole concept of our nation wasn't designed for it. We're going to have to get back. We want to get back very soon. I want fans back in the arenas whenever we're ready. I mean, as soon as we can, obviously. And the fans want to get back too. I can't tell you a date, but I think it's going to be sooner rather than later. We're not going to have separation for the rest of our times on this planet. We need it for this period of time, but eventually people are going to be able to occupy those seats in arenas next to each other, like we have for all of my life and all of your life." So I think, like most people, most fans want to get back to baseball, obviously. The leagues definitely want to get back. They're losing a lot of money right now. Number one, safety first, the health and well-being of the fans and everyone around the game, the players, that is obviously of the most importance. So then he was asked specifically about an August return in time for college football, and he said he wouldn't guarantee it. He said, "I'm not committing to it." But he did express hope that stadiums will be filled by August or September, okay? So I don't know. I think if I had to guess on this, I'm going to say that it's not going to happen. Of course, things could get better. I just think in this instance, you have to be cautious, and you'd rather go slower than faster, even though everybody wants to see sports again, and we all understand that. But there's just a lot at stake, obviously, with people's lives here. Now, here's something interesting. The California governor, and he was asked to respond to President Trump talking about possibly getting back into stadiums in August or September, and he said, "I'm not anticipating that happening in this state." He says, "One has to be very cautious here. One has to be careful not to overpromise. I have a lot of friends that work in Major League Baseball and in the NFL. They've been asking me. In fact, a well-known athlete just asked me, a football player, if he expects to come back. And I said I would move very cautiously in that expectation." So I think the next question, if we're not going to have fans, I mean, we technically could still possibly have baseball without fans. And that's what Major League Baseball right now has been discussing. What could happen if we can't get fans to watch the games in stadiums? Can we still have baseball? I'm going to make another video on this because it goes into a lot of detail about discussing possibly playing either in Florida or in Arizona, pushing the season deeper so that the World Series and the playoffs could be at warmer weather climates. Again, maybe either Florida or Arizona. And so that's a possibility. That's something that they're talking about right now. There's a lot of potential issues with a lot of this also, so we're going to talk about that in another video. But I wanted to throw this out here again because a lot of people have been asking me, and this is kind of an update from the president on what could possibly be happening. I know He doesn't give a ton of detail, but I think the fact that he doesn't give very much detail shows that this could be quite a while until people are back in the stands watching baseball games and sports like they're used to. So that's all we got. Thanks for watching. Comment in the section below if you have anything to add to this conversation. I appreciate you watching. Give the video a thumbs up. Share it with all your friends. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Thank you to our patrons on Patreon for supporting the channel. And don't forget to go check out our Twitch, Antonelli Baseball, if you enjoy video games. I've been playing a lot lately because there's not a whole lot to do late at night. So I've been throwing up a lot of games on there as well. Thanks again. We'll talk to you later.